Ciao ragazzi, my name is Anthony and I have left the microphone behind the screen. Fantastic. What a start. What a start. Glorious start. Fantastic start. Amazing start. We are here. We are alive. We are working. You know what? Trim looks pretty good, doesn't it? Look at that. The Display Pro trim looking good. I'll make sure to edit the video and put a link in the description. Hopefully you all can hear me. Got some nice natural light coming in from the side as well. And let's have a little bit of a chat about where we go in the last 2 days of this transfer market. I'm glad to just be able to do this stream, get it out of the way. I wanted to do one today, but my day changed. Good cartello. So I just quickly did the reaction video when I was on my walk this morning. Did the live drive just to have some post-Cagliari debrief thoughts. You know, doing the videos on the run is an easy, cuz. It's absolutely easy. That's not a problem at all. Doing videos on the run is not a problem at all. Finding time to sit down at my desk and do a live stream, that's missions. That's absolute missions. This table's going to fall in a second for sure. And we'll be live on stream when it happens. Can almost guarantee that. But yeah, still not close enough. That'll do. That's much better. All right. We are playing well so far. We are playing well so far. You know what I will say? I was surprisingly way more optimistic than I usually was this transfer season, this summer, up until like the last 2 to 3 weeks, because cracked around about that Samazic time. Oh man, because I was so in for that deal. But do I have an Inter chair? No, but this is exactly what I kept in mind when I bought a chair. I was like, what company is going to sell these colors? So I went for colors before comfort. And sometimes I feel the detrimental effect of going for that. But that's all good, man. That's all good. Wonderful match day 2. Always happy when Inter win and Juve don't. Absolutely, bro. Pure oxygen. Pure oxygen. It's good for the soul. It is good for the soul, bro. We're 13 people right now. Like the video, subscribe if you're new, and consider becoming a channel member as I look to start doing more and more content on there. 2 out of 2 wins. 2 days left in the Mercato. My brother. Oi, we got to hit Willowdale. I went there a couple of weeks ago for the first time. Dope. Completely out of its element, but really, really dope. So let's hit that for sure. Don't you think not signing Samajic turned out to be the best? If we get Pavard, that's what I was alluding to. You know, we're going to end up getting through this Mercato, I feel, in a great light. Just want the whole Crespo to be showing. Forza Hernan. This market, even if we didn't get Pavard, guys, it's still a decent one. I don't care what anyone says. To get rid of that Lukaku toxin, that snake, to get rid of that guy finally, to be cut off from him. Thank you, Brozovic, for everything you've done, but you're rotting away in Saudi Arabia. No one gives a shit about you anymore. Milan Skriniar. Did Paris win this week? Did they go 3 match days without a win? Because if they went 3 match days without a win, bro, I am popping corks, but I highly doubt it. No way. It couldn't have happened. It could not have happened. Where is the stupid Liga in? Liga in. Oh, they won 3-1. Who scored? Asensio and Mbappe got 2. So there's their goals. Skriniar did play the game. I hate him. Anyway, he's gone to that team and they've lost Neymar and Messi straight off the bat. They're going to lose more. The identity of the club's changing. It's not going to be the powerhouse that he thought it was going to be going there. There's rumors about the owners thinking if they should sell and abandon the project. Anyway, long story short, we got a little sidetracked, but we've gotten rid of any sort of toxicity in the locker room. And unfortunately, it's always allowed to build up due to circumstance. But I always trust Marotta to take care of this sort of shit. Don't you all now? Hasn't he done it that often already? Every time there is any sort of discrepancy in attitude in the dressing room, it is dealt with swiftly, shiftly. And I just couldn't be happier with the players that have left. I know that we're starting to look at these markets and going, oh, we're losing our best players all the time, blah, blah, blah. I am way more pissed off at the fact that we didn't have the common sense to renew Edin Dzeko for 1 more season because we were up Romelu Lukaku's butthole and because we take too long with things like Brozovic and Skriniar. Brozovic and Skriniar and Lukaku, they're all gone. And the ghosts of them don't remain. But the players that are here, they really, really want to be here. And the camaraderie and the effort of this squad reflects that in the first 2 days. So I'm happy today. We've got important tests coming up. You need to finish the market properly. If you don't sign Pavard, you need to cut it off today. Today or tomorrow. You can't leave this until deadline August 31st and then he ends up training with Bayern. Don't do that. Cut it short because at the moment, I wouldn't swap Matteo Darmian for Milan Skriniar plus 20 M's. And I'm being serious. I'm being dead serious. Nah, maybe I'm not being serious, but I'm being serious to an extent. And you guys know this. All right? Matty Darms. What a legend. What a beast. What a professional athlete. I love him. I love his hair. I love everything about him. I love his jersey. I want to get it. I want to put it right here next to me. Why don't I? I should have done it 2 years ago when I said I would have. Pavard, if he comes in, beautiful. Amazing. We become a force that will be feared, like I'm saying in the description. Eva, If this market was as good as you say, then why are Mo and Johnny complaining so much about it? Well, first of all, it's Mo and Johnny. They complain about everything, but I love them because they've always got backbone to their analysis. Always. Always. They say it with their chest. But they're a part of the permanent pessimistic crew, whether they want to believe it or not, and whether they want to admit it or not. I'm the goddamn president of the pessimistic crew. I know exactly what it means. And to be honest, bro, I'm just to be honest, Eva, I'm just sick of being miserable about this club. We made the Champions League final last season, and I enjoyed the ride so much because I love making the final, but I also know what we were up against, and we were up against almost an unauthentic opponent in the final against Manchester City. And that's fine. That's the way the sport is. That's the way the sport is. That's fine. I promised myself I'd have more fun this season and focus on the positives, and that's what I'm doing so far because we are in one of the worst economic states of any major club in Europe. We've got some of the best directors and backroom staff in Italy, in Europe, for sure. How do we keep staying this competitive? How do players keep leaving and saying, shit, I would do anything to come back to Inter? Perisic and Hakimi might not be back here, but I bet if there was a way for it to be possible, they'd take it on the silver platter. Everyone who leaves loves it. Everyone who leaves wants to come back. Players are still very attracted to signing for this club. That's why we've signed the caliber we have in the last 3 to 4 seasons. Is this the new AFTV? I wish. The whole reason I started this channel is because I used to kick it after being a junior starting teacher out of university, and I had so much time on my hands in the afternoon. All I do is watch Arsenal Fan TV and chill, if you know what I mean. Off topic, but what do I make to Lukaku, the rat, going to Roma? I think it's a perfect move for him because Roma is not a major side in Italy. They're a second-tier side. They're not in the same crop as we are, as Milan are, as the other guys that wear the black and white colors are. And, they're not in the same crop as Napoli at the moment because Napoli are defending champions. So Romelu Lukaku is a bum, and he belongs at a side that's beneath the level of the clubs that he negotiates with, and that includes us. So he's on a level of a club that shouldn't play the Champions League. He doesn't deserve the fruits of football. He doesn't deserve to go for a title. He doesn't deserve to go for shit. He's a bum, an absolute bum. He has mental illness, and I called it out on this channel almost 1 year ago. This behavior is not healthy in a major athlete. You don't post on Instagram what you do and think you can just get away with it with every fan in the world. Most fans can see the humor in it. A lot of fans can see the issue with it. I see the deep issue with it. Narcissism. Egocentric behavior that puts you ahead of everybody, even if you're putting the photo up in a stadium of 65,000 people that went there to watch you to begin with. There are psychological levels to your behavior. He's a horrible human being, and he will break under Mourinho again. Again. Talk about being mentally ill. Way to revisit your past trauma, my guy. Levels to being a shit person like Romelu Lukaku is. Nah, thank you, bro. I'm guessing you're from the UK, man, or something. So, Turan, big up to you, man. Big up to you. Thank you for tuning in. I really appreciate it. I always appreciate new viewers. He is a bum. Sounds about right. He's a plastic. He's a horrible person, bro. Horrible person. Would not shake his hand if I bumped into him at all. Would just look at him up and down in that look and go, nope, sorry. Tired of Bayern playing games with us. They're not playing games, bro. They're taking care of business the way a big club would. They're taking care of business the way a big club would. They don't let their asset go for $1 under the price, and they wait until they get a replacement. If this was us in the role reversal, we would be saying, why are we lying down for them? I get your frustrations. But all they're doing is playing a game that they've played before against us. And we're getting to that Bayern level of negotiation. We're getting there. Don't worry. We need Pavard. Contact your connections in Germany to get it done. I've got no connections in Germany. Zero. Good to see you though, Todd, bro. I love you, bro. You're funny, man. We'll talk in the other chats. Will I be able to do a Champions League group stage draw? Yeah, I think I could. You just let me know what time and what date is it. Is it coming up soon, like within the week? Because if it is coming up, I might be able to do it. I'm on a different clock at the moment with work where I can definitely reserve time. Reserve time for a draw. We need a channel for Inter for worldwide fans. This is it. This is why I created it, bro. We've got people on this channel from everywhere. So if today's your first day, big up, bro. You'll enjoy. Who do I hope we face in the Champions League group? If we're in pot 2, I don't really care because you got to be in it to win it, right? But the pots are out, I'm guessing. It's probably going to be a little slow if I bring the website up. But 1 sec, UCL group stage pots 23, 24. That's a nice little side mission on this stream. I like them side missions. Seeding pots. Should we open up gold.com? Will any of these open quickly? We'll go with gold.com. Why not? I'm not pulling that comment up. So you're doing great, bro. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. I said I wasn't going to pull that up. It's on Thursday, I believe. This Thursday. So we're drawing this week. Champions League group stage draws don't work in Australia. We go to bed. Oh, shit. I remember it too well. I actually remember waking up to piss like an hour and a half later, and Bruno's like, "Where are you?" It's all going down again. It's all going down again. Oh, what happened? Sorry, guys. I tried to get the Champions League drawer up, and the whole thing just locked up. So I'm just going to go and view it somewhere else. I'm going to view it somewhere else. Give us a second. Should be fine though. UCL pots 2023, 24. I got to get an Ethernet cable. Did I bite the bullet with BN? Not yet. And I'm glad I haven't so far because I've still watched the first 20, 30 minutes of both games just on my phone in bed on Bet365 when I've woken up. So I haven't bit the bullet yet, man. I haven't bought it. What about you? Did you buy it? All right, let's have a look, skis. All right. In pot one, you've got Manchester City, Sevilla, Barcelona, Napoli, Bayern Munchen, Paris Saint-Germain, Benfica, and Feyenoord. So being that there's only one Italian team in that pot one, the only opponent that we cannot draw in the first pot is Napoli. You can draw the likes of City, you can draw Sevilla, you can draw Barcelona, you can draw Bayern, Paris, Benfica, Feyenoord. I think I speak for everybody when I say you avoid Manchester City and you avoid Bayern. You know what? Fuck it. We are actually in a position for the first time in a long time where I say, bring it on. Everybody but Manchester City. I don't care. I don't care. I'm more intimidated by half the names in the same pot that we're in pot two, than I am in pot A. I don't give a flying F. Avoid City. We will get City. And just make sure that you also can, screw PSG. There's no Messi. There's no Neymar. There's no Verratti either. We'll handle the business. It does not. It does not. It does not matter whatsoever. And last season taught us that with full chest. And we will say it again. Anybody in that group, but ranked in order of who I want most to least, Feyenoord, Sevilla, Benfica, Barca, Paris, Bayern, City. Going upwards so that you think that the team that you want to avoid the most is on the top. Feyenoord, Sevilla, Benfica, Barca, Paris, Bayern, City. That's the order for that. So what I think I'm more interested in is avoiding bogey sides in the other pots. Just letting you know that we've still got like 7 spots to be confirmed in pot 4. The only sides confirmed are Union Berlin and Lyon. So not Lyon, that's Lyon, and Lens. I'm pretty sure that's how you pronounce the name. Pot 3 has Shakhtar Donetsk, Salzburg, Milan, Lazio, Celtic, Red Star Belgrade, Real Sociedad, and one to be confirmed. Why are there still so many to be confirmed? Are they playing second legs in They're playing second legs, aren't they, in these third place playoffs? Yeah. If you can avoid Union Berlin in pot 4, that's good, because I like Union Berlin. I'm barracking for them in Germany ever since I sold the city in 2016. But I didn't start barracking for them until they returned back to the first division, because Hertha Berlin was just not cool. Didn't want to follow them. To be honest, bro, I'd like to avoid Red Star Belgrade in pot 3, because going to Serbia, going to Belgrade and playing in that city is an absolute dire situation. You don't want to go there. That's as bad as going to Istanbul, if not worse. I don't know how many of you guys have seen like the video footage of the away tunnel in that dressing room. It's designed to shake you up before you even step on the pitch. So I don't want to go to Belgrade. If I could avoid Belgrade, I'd gladly go to Donetsk again in Ukraine. I'd gladly go to Austria to play Salzburg. I'd gladly go to Spain to play Sociedad. They're just coming off season after season after season of being in the Europa League, I'm pretty sure. I just don't think they'll measure up. Celtic at the same time have still got an asterisk next to their name, so I'm not too sure if they're 100% qualified. But I think we'd end up going to Scotland and even getting 3 points in Scotland against Celtic, because when you play a side that's used to thumping, I almost said the C word. When you play a side that's used to thumping teams week in, week out, Celtic, even when they do play in the Champions League, very rarely make it to the round of 16. Besides City and or Bayern Munchen, is there any team you think Inter could not realistically be able to win over? We could beat Bayern and we could beat City. Or over 2 legs? I don't know. We could beat City at the San Siro. I know that we can beat City at the San Siro. Over 2 legs, I think these are the 2 teams that would beat us over 2 legs. Yes, I do think these are the 2 teams that would beat us over 2 legs. I lived near Union Berlin, great fan club. My mate played for them previously. They're East Germans team, so a bit of a right-wing club. Yeah, cool. I don't have any political reason to follow them, just the fact that I went to Berlin and I love the city so much, man. I always thought I'd go back. I had a chance to go and watch Hertha Berlin play a Europa League qualifier against the Swedish team. Their jerseys are yellow. What a stupid thing to say, Anthony. I think it was Bront. I think they're called Bront. Something like that. Because I was wondering why there were so many yellow jerseys at this Bavarian beer hall that I was having dinner at. And I'm thinking, there's got to be a football game going on in the city. And I looked it up, but I think I was just more keen on going clubbing, to be honest. Are we seeing Mattia, Mo, or Carl? Yeah, I don't know. On the live streams, the boys are free to do what they do. Like I always say, and I always say when people bring it up, because I always want to acknowledge it front on every single time, this platform exists sort of as an avenue for Inter fans to be able to vent and to use their content. A lot of the time, it's just really, really hard to tee up. It's really hard to get faces on screen at the same time. The time zone thing is absolutely awful. And I make it that one bit more awful at the fact that I'm on a time zone that no one can relate to. And I need to sleep and I need to work. So a good 90% of the day is cut out. But they're going to be back. They're going to be here all season. Trust me, all 3 of the names that you've mentioned are going to be on the channel this season and with some others as well. So Pavard. It's a difficult one because 30 million could be saved. You know that. And you know that's what Zhang's saying. You know that he's probably going up to Beppe right now and Auxilio right now and going, well, do we really need them? Do we really need him? Do we really need Benjamin Pavard? Look, we're doing pretty well. 2 wins out of 2. These are the way owners talk. I'm telling you, these are exactly the way owners talk. Which is my favorite Champions League match between 2-1. That was a good game. Barcelona 3-3. Inter 1-0. Milan 0-2. So just between those ones. It's not the 1-0 against Barcelona because we were just coming off a disastrous run in the league to the point where I didn't know how to react to that. It would have to be between the 3-3 and 0-2. It would have to be that. Was 2-1 against Tottenham the first game of the Champions League since we got back in, because that was pretty elative. I remember torching the house down that day. I was still living with my parents. But out of those ones, I think it's really hard to go past the 2-0 win over Milan. A derby in the semi-final, and the way that we closed them out so soon and early in the game, they were heartbroken. They were shattered. Tears came with that. Tears came with that from them. And that counts for more. My impressions on Thuram so far, silky, smooth, confident, everything right. Just needs a goal. Just needs a goal. And it'll come. He's a forward. Believe it or not. He is a forward and the goal will come. How you doing, Packy? Good to see you, my friend. 30 mil for Pavard is worth every penny. Trust me, brings experience and only 27. Yeah. Look, I know that this is a dynamite deal. Like I said, it'll make us a force to be feared. It will be the game changer of all game changers for us. It will be everything that we have wanted and more. So I really, really hope that it comes through, because if we can pull off Benjamin Pavard, we have got a serious run at this second star. We have got a serious challenge coming. One that might make every single other team go, shit, these guys look better than everyone. Who do you think will pose a bigger threat to us in Serie A? Milan, Napoli, Merda, or ourselves? I like that you threw ourselves in there. And I'm hoping that today's result against Cagliari at least gives us some sort of recognition from Hakan's post-match comments, in a sense that we can't be dropping points to any of these teams this season, guys. If the second star seriously is your goal, as it is mine, if the second star is something that this club is hell-bent over, then you don't drop points to Cagliari. You don't drop points to any team outside the top six in general. You just don't do it. You don't do it. You win every single one of those games. Tuchel is still salty because Lukaku, his expensive signing, did that infamous interview. Yeah, shattered his ego completely as a manager. No way coach want to keep unhappy player in his team. Yeah, I know. So this is the only thing that leads me to believe that, like, it's a possibility. It's because he's just twerking for us, man. Everyone knows that this guy does not want to stay. Pavard will finally be the proper replacement for Hakimi. You mean Skriniar? Pavard doesn't play as a right wing back. But he can play as a right back, and he plays as a right centre back, also as a defensive mid. Would you trade a chance at another Champions League final? Yeah, for sure. The second star to me is more important than a Champions League final now. We made that Champions League final. We had a shot at glory against City. I'm not interested in anything again at the moment unless it's a second star, bro. Not interested in anything this season unless we can go and get that. Okay? Anything else that you guys want to chat about before I head off? I know it was only 28 minutes, but I'm still on the clock and I still need to get back to work. So the fact that I snuck this in is awesome. 3 pieces of content today is absolutely great. So if you really enjoyed the content, do us a solid and subscribe to the channel. Share it with your friends. And if you really, really love the content, buy me 1 beer a month and become a channel member and join this awesome community that is interworldwide, connecting Inter fans all around the world. Fiorentina next. Let's check that out. Finish off with that. Fiorentina versus, no, it'll be Inter versus Fiorentina. It's nice to be calm, isn't it? 2:30 a.m. on a Monday. Piss off. Ew. Well, I slept through the first 20 minutes of Monza. I slept through the first 12 minutes of Cagliari. I could probably sleep through the whole Fiorentina game. I don't want to. I'd love to watch it, but 2:30 in the morning on a working Monday. No, thank you. Too old for that. I remember when that was the life. 1 beer. 1 beer. Did I say B? Sorry, I should be speaking clearer. If you want to buy me 1 beer a month, consider becoming a channel member. As to become a channel member, it's $3.99 a month, which I might add is probably way cheaper than any beer you could get in a pub in the world anymore. And I always do this on the channel. Anybody who's watching right now, can anyone let me know what 1 beer costs in a pub for you? Because right now, the cheapest that I can get a beer is probably about $6-7. If you go in and you're a member of a particular club or leagues club, you might be able to get it for $5. But at the end of the day, Those beers, man, they can go as expensive as $8, $9, $10, $11 in a pub. So yes, $3.99 a month, less than one beer. Serie A or Champions League trophy, Champions League, but the Serie A run is something that's easier to identify beforehand. Unless you get to match day 38 and you still need to play to win, but you know what I mean. I really want the second star, bro. It's just in my head. I want it because I want to add to it. You see it? You see that 1 star? You see the 1 star? It needs a friend. It needs a buddy. It needs something else. My prediction for the Fiorentina match, I'm actually going to be confident and say we can win it 2-1. I don't think it'll be an easy game. I think it will be very difficult. I even think they might grab the lead. I'll talk more about it gets closer. Nico Gonzalez is a great player. I think Alfred Duncan scored for them as well against Lecce. And then Lecce just went bang, 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 bang. Good day to you, Lockie. Thanks for coming in. New people are coming in just as I was going to leave. That always happens. Do not sleep for the Fiorentina match. After week, it's a whole 2 weeks of international games. Eva, you brought a lot of quality to this stream last time as well, didn't you? Look at you. You're like taking care of me a little bit in the background here. For the first time ever, I might make someone a moderator. That's great. If we get the second star, you will finally get a new Inter jersey. A new authentic one? Maybe. Here's an authentic one. Player version. Like even just feeling it is amazing. Would you like to see who's on the back? We cover this name. And we never show this name again. It never happened. He was never here. Hard to ignore when such a big part of history has to mention him. What's going on, brother Darian? There's 24 people here right now, and I can't let you guys go. I can't let 24 people here go. So you know what? Let me let my dog in, and I'll come back and I'll stick around a little bit longer. But you guys need to drop some things in the comments that you want me to discuss. Otherwise, I'm going to feel like it's better for me to actually go back to work. Do you want me to go back to work? Do you want me? Because I'll go back to work. I'll go back to work. I don't want to go back to work, but I will. So give me a sec. All right, we're rock and roll again. 24 people here. Like the video. Subscribe if you're new. No one wrote anything to talk about. All right, I'm just going to go back to work. It was him. It was him, Darian. I got a Zanetti for that jersey for this one because it's a really good home one. I can't lie. Like the small stripe with the black stripe is very, very trendy. Very trendy. You know what? I need to change one of these soon. The Crespo and the Ronaldo. So I don't know who to put. Maybe Barella. I've got 2 Barella kits. I've got a Bastoni Italy one I was thinking of putting just underneath. Got a couple of international ones as well, but we'll keep it Inter for now for the channel. Where is the Inter back sponsor? Management. And management as well for this season. There's the Lenovo shining bright in the background. I think you're being too harsh on Icardi. He did the right thing by the end by renewing his contract so he could be sold to PSG. Oh, he did not do that on purpose. He did not do that. Oh, Eva, who are you trolling on this channel? He did not do that on purpose. We did that. We did that. Do I think Fratesi will crack into the main? Yes. No. We'll see him. Trust me. He's being utilized exactly the way he needs to be utilized. 30 minutes at a time is fine for now because he's going to be needed very soon. Did you not see Mkhitaryan today? Like Cartello, bro, that guy is on his last legs in his career, man. He really, really is. Fratesi is definitely going to get the minutes that he deserves and definitely going to get the minutes. I guarantee it. Will Aslani get any minutes? I don't know. I'm not authorized to answer such difficult questions. So overall, 2 wins out of 2. It's been a huge market where I think we've had 10 new players come in, including Alexis Sanchez now. Someone in every position has come in. That being, we have signed goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, attackers, fullbacks. Yeah, it's been nuts. It's been absolutely nuts. Did Lord Sensi play today? I actually think he did come on for the last maybe 8 minutes. I'm actually going to go and watch the second half back after this. Hakan will need a rest eventually the way he's running, for sure. For sure. Thoughts on the sooner Turam can shoot, the sooner we'll be wrapping that second star. I don't think it's that he can't shoot. I just don't think it's the highest element of his game. And it hasn't been, because he was only scoring 9 goals last season in all competitions and has only scored 1 goal for France. So it's just not a part of his package deal. But I don't know. You guess Pavard isn't joining. Why do you say that? Because, we've got about 24 hours to decide. It does need to happen over the next 20 to 24 hours. I'm not willing to say that it's off yet, because a lot of signs still point to the fact that it could be on. If we've had such a good market, why do so many people complain about sunning? Because we don't spend on players like Real Madrid. Yeah, exactly, man. But at the end of the day, we know what the limitations we've been working with. Okay, I'm still sunning out, and I will be until they relinquish power of the club that they no longer can manage at a respectable level. We do things like win the Scudetto, sell our best players, make a Champions League final, sell players. At the end of the day, I know that the aim of the game is to just stay competitive in this economy, in this climate, and you can credit people like Beppe Marotta and Pierre Ozilio to that more than you can Steven Zhang, and that's just my opinion. But at the same time, it's also important to acknowledge that the team is competitive in a climate where it's hard to stay competitive. Did he go back to training regardless of whether he did or not? Guy is not happy there whatsoever. You shouldn't be keeping players against their will. I'm actually confident that we'll either come out tomorrow and say it's finished, we're not doing it at all, or he is signing. Dumfries really turning to Mike Constance, Cuadrado, right? Well, there you go. Basically, we signed Cuadrado because we were saying to Denzel directly that you're probably not good enough, man, to start. And Denzel is showing that he is more than good enough to start. So well done to him. I think that he's playing very, very well. And I think that he's going to continue to play very, very well. And having Cuadrado coming in for 20 minutes at the end each and every week is going to be a luxury. I've already gotten over what he's done to us in the past. I see the benefit of having him around. I see the benefit of keeping him around. Let's hope that it continues. Let's hope that it continues. Anything else? Anything else? Yeah, it's weird. It's just straight up weird. It is very weird. All right, guys, that'll do me. I hope you guys have a lovely evening. I hope you've enjoyed the content today. Pretty much just flew solo in the 3 videos, but we're 2 wins from 2. We're 2 days away from the end of a very stressful transfer market, one of which I'm happy. Besides Samazic, I've decided to just take the high road for most of it. If we can land Pavard, we are next level real deal. Next level real deal. Something that I did not see happening. All right. You have a good evening too, Eva. Thank you, everybody who came into the chat. Thank you to everybody who joined today. I will see you extremely soon. My name is Anthony. Forza Inter Worldwide.